Oh, that's what I'm smelling, honey.
You my only one. You my number one. You one-on-one. I wanna go one-on-one.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be reviewing Bdk Parfums. I did get a discovery kit which consists of 8 fragrances of your choice, and this is how this looks. It comes in a little box, and then you pick your 8 fragrances. And then I do have some samples, so I pretty much have the whole collection. I have all of their collections, but I recently just went to their website and I see that they have a Gris Charnel extrait version. So I do like the original one, but yeah, so quite naturally the straight is probably going to last a little bit longer and it might smell a little bit different, but I don't have that one because I'm seeing that it's new. And oh, it's so cool. Look at the honey. It look good. I like the bottle. It's all sexy and seductive and slick. Okay, but let's get back to it. So we're not going to go in any particular order. Besides, I'm going to talk about each one of these fragrances by its collection. So they have 4 collections on their website, and y'all, I might butcher these names, so I don't know how to pronounce them. I think the first one is Paris, and then they have a collection, Matieres, Azure, and Exclusive. So those are the 4 collections. I'm just going to try to stick to talking about them within those 4 collections. Okay, so let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and put these together. Okay, so now that I have them all organized in front of me into the 4 collections, let's get to it, girl. The first one is Bouquet de Hongrie. We are going to go ahead and test this out. Open up this box. And we're gonna go ahead and test out this one. And give it a little spray. Oh, that is so pretty. Okay, so this smells so sophisticated. This gives me Chanel Tendre vibes, the pink bottle. This, matter of fact, this smells exactly like that. Not to mention, some of these are not first time reviews for me. I've already sprayed a couple and tested them out and got like a kind of idea, so I kind of like cheated a little bit, but some of them others will be first impressions on here. But this one right here, I must say it smells exactly like Chanel or Tendre. I tried both of them side by side, and although the nose structure is not completely the same, I must say that this one smells exactly the same. And I think these retail for like $190, so you can get the Chanel for $100, like a little less. It's like $120, $130 or so. It's less than this, and it's that this is niche. Chanel is like, it's designer, but still, who don't love a good Chanel? I feel like if you already have Chanel, you really don't need this one. But if you're obsessed with that Chanel Tendre, you're gonna love this. Exactly, love it. It's almost like tomato, like whatever one you want to wear for that day. This is exactly the same smell. So if you don't have Chanel Tendre but you liked it, I would just say stick with it, because this smells exactly the same and it's a little bit more expensive, unless you like the way the bottle is shaped, you know, or so forth. Personally, I'd rather stick with the way the Chanel bottle is shaped. But these are really cute. Like, I love these bottles. Don't get it twisted. They have some bomb glass, high quality, thick bottles for this brand. But Chanel or Tendre right here. Okay, moving along. Let's keep on going. We are still in the same first collection. This is Nuit de Sable. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this out. Nuit de Sable. Give it a squit. I don't know why I got the private line Christian Dior is giving me Fave Delicious or Delicioso Delicious. Fave Delicious. This is giving me Fave Delicious vibes. But then it takes a turn. This one to me is a little bit more masculine Yeah, it's definitely masculine. Like the Fave Delicious kick in, like that cinnamon roll, sweet, kind of spicy. This is very spicy. So woody and a little bit spicy. I would say this one is a super oriental. It kind of reminds me of like, as it's drying, it's giving me a little slightly barnyard smell. I don't know if it's something's in there is making it a little animalic for me. But the more it dries, the more I'm like, this is not my vibe, but it still smells good. I just rather my man wear this, even though all of these are unisex fragrances. I would prefer this on a man. And it could be me tripping, but the more it's drying, the more I'm getting a tire smell. Yeah, no. But it's like, it smells like tires and cinnamon. Rubber and cinnamon. I don't know about you, Nuit Day Sable. Like I said, I'm visioning like wild butt naked horse rides draped in cinnamon and somebody just burnt rubber past you. Yeah, this is exotic. This is exotic. Next up is Passe Soie. Now this one, I'm always hearing people rave about this one. It's a fruity, I like fruity florals, but I'm not really into certain fruity florals. And I've smelled this one, but we're gonna get into it. Let me see if I can basically describe this to the best of my ability, because honey, like, I'm all for the fruity florals, but some of them just make me kind of want to puke. And I've looked up certain note structures because I thought maybe it's a certain note in there, but I think it's the way it's built overall. Oh yeah. You know, on first hand of smelling this, you get it's almost like I'm smelling a fruit cocktail. That's what this reminds me of. A very sophisticated fruit cocktail backed up by some florals. But it's more fruity than it is floral. And I think that's what, I think because it's so fruity, it kind of like, when the fruit is overpowering and then you have the florals in the background, I kind of feel like it gives me like Bath and Body Works vibes. But this is like much more well blended and sophisticated than Bath and Body Works. And this is definitely a daytime appropriate type of flirty, girly smell. Definitely more feminine. But you know what? I think my nose is changing because it's not giving me that wanna puke type of vibe. But it's definitely fruity. If you are into fruity florals, this is like top tier right here. This is probably going to be something you're going to really, really enjoy because it is not juvenile, but it's not too mature. It's like the perfect smell good fruity cocktail backed up by some florals in there. And yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with this. It smells good. It's just, I don't think it's my vibe, but I feel like it, like I say, I feel like my vibe is slowly changing. And you never know. Next month it could be something else. But for the most part, when I first smelled this, I was like, no. And yeah, it smells good, but it's not something that I would reach for. Let's go with Rouge Smoking. I already know how this smells, but we're gonna go ahead and do it for the camera. So Rouge Smoking is what some may describe as a Dr. Pepper smell. And let me tell you, if you don't know what this smells like, it does give you Dr. Pepper with cherry and vanilla. If you know how like Coke came out with vanilla Coke, if Dr. Pepper had a cherry and vanilla Coke, this would be it right here. I think they did have like Dr. Pepper cherry. I never seen vanilla, but this is exactly what you're getting. Rouge Smoking, I expected it to be super incensey and a little more deeper, but no, that's not the case here. You're getting a very kind of like fizzy. It's still really nice and appropriate. I know some people say it smells like by the fireplace to them. I don't get that smell. the, which one is it? Maison Margiela, I think. They get in by the fireplace. I don't get that. I definitely smell Hypnotic Poison by Christian Dior. That one, that's what you're getting right here. Only it's not as strong in the nutty section. Well, the nutty note, you know how that Hypnotic Poison by Christian Dior has a very, very praline nut type of kick to it. It smells very nutty. This gives me Christian Dior, and that's an EDT and this is an EDP, so of course this will last longer, but this does sit closer to the skin. I've tried this one before. But overall, very, very good. I really like this one. It's really, really good. It's very sensual, sexy, seductive. You could wear this out. It is kind of daytime appropriate, but I would definitely push more toward this when it's intimate settings or like dates or outings in the evening night, because it is very, very, and it's a little sweet too. I think the vanilla and the cherry kind of pulls it in that sweet direction. But yeah, Dr. Pepper with cherry and vanilla right there. And it is a little bit, it's a little nutty, but it smells to me like Christian Dior. The Hypnotic Poison is just not as nutty. It doesn't have that super nutty kick in the beginning where to some people that note might turn them off or be a little too offensive. Then go with that. Then we have Gris Charnel. We're still in the first collection. This is Gris Charnel. So go ahead and spray this one. This gives me, oh, this is so good. This is very amped up in that the cardamom. Oh man, it's so sexy, classy. The florals in here are very, very prominent. The cardamom, the vanilla, like you just get this a very sexy kind of like woman vibe, but it's to me it's unisex, but it does lean a little bit more feminine in my opinion. It's giving me the female version of Christian Dior. What is that called? The private line. It's Santal Noir. Santal Noir. That is so good. Oh my goodness. This Christian Dior Santal Noir is hard to find, and if you know what that smells like, it's a very sandalwoody type of fragrance. It's creamy. It has a very prominent sandalwood kick in there. This one is more heavier on the cardamom, but it has that same type of vibe, and it's a lot more girly and a little bit more floral. That's mainly what this one is to me compared to. It doesn't smell exactly the same, but it is like a very good comparison. Like that would be like the more masculine version, even though that one's unisex too, and I love it. Oh, it smells so good. This is the same, but more in a more female, airier, pleasant way. If you love cardamom, you'll really, really love this one. And I get a little bit of the, it's like black tea and fig. That's the opening notes. I get a little bit of that too. But overall, it's just so, so good. It's like a cardamom, iris, and then sandalwood and tonka bean is in the base. You really get the sandalwood. The sandalwood is kind of what makes it creamy. And then like the iris in the middle note, you can smell the iris, gives it a slightly powdery, very, very feminine, girly type of fragrance. So this is a really, really good one. I love that one. So that was all of the ones in the first collection. Now I'm about to go into the second collection, which consists of 5 fragrances. And this collection, let's go back. This collection is the Materes. Hope I ain't butchering that. Ooh. Tuberose Imperial. Let's go ahead and smell this one. Okay, Tuberose Imperial. This, let's say velvet. This is not your bubblegummy tuberose. I want to say it's Almay, Giorgio Armani, My Way. Yeah, Giorgio Armani, My Way has a little bit more of a bubblegum, sophisticated smell. Mancera Velvet, Vanilla has more of a bubblegum. Oh, that one's beautiful too. That's my favorite bubblegum tuberose right there. Mancera Velvet Vanilla. This is much more less sweet, much more tuberose, much more floral tuberose than sweet tuberose, and it's done in the most pure, like pure way. It doesn't smell synthetic. It's just a very straightforward tuberose with some florals in there. If you love tuberose, I think you would absolutely love this. If you just love tuberose in general, because this is like pretty much to me one of the best, more sophisticated, non-sweet but more rosy and floral type of tuberose. Pinch sweet, just a pinch, but much more sophisticated. So definitely this is a good one if you do like tuberose. I think you're gonna really like Tuberose Imperial, because it's top tier right there. Next one is Wood Jasmine. So let's see. This is so interesting. Immediately, wow, I thought Nuit de Sable smelled like Fave Delicious, but by Christian Dior. But yeah, now that one's just going super rubbery to me. And no, in the beginning it did have that cinnamon type of opening, but for sure Wood Jasmine, this is a very sweet wood. Let me look at these notes, because this is really interesting right here. This is a very woody, like a green take on woody. You have some jasmine, sandbag, Egyptian jasmine, Turkish rose, incense, vanilla, patchouli leaf. You know, this is, to me, this is a very, it opens up with plum and pear, but this is a very green, sweet. I don't know why I'm smelling cinnamon or very sweet. It could be the plum and the pear opening, but this is a very kind of woody, green woody with some sweetness to it. It's beautiful. I'm getting like cinnamon vibes or something, like a cinnamon woody vibe. But nonetheless, that don't smell too bad. I kind of like that one. We have Oud Abramad or Abramed. So we're gonna go ahead and spray this one and see what it smells like. Yeah, this is a very dry oud. This is not sweet at all. Oh, this oud is very, like I say, it's very dry. I like oud, for example, Lancome's Oud Bouquet. I could swing that oud when the oud is leaning more toward a sweeter type of shebang. I could deal with it. Oh, my bad, y'all. It just, there must be, okay, Nuit de Sable and Oud Abramad. I don't know, honey. Okay, Nuit de Sable not as much, but this oud is giving me, I don't know why, but the oud is giving me a burnt tire smell. Oh, I can't swing that. Oh yeah. No. Now it's not like super bad, but I couldn't take it. I tell you that. Like, next up is Creme de Cure. We are going to spray that. Oh, that was a good one. Oh, okay. Oh, this is sexy. This is kind of giving me, though, how I want my man to smell. It has a very, it's not sweet, it's really floral. We're gonna have to see what's in this. So this is tricky for me, boo. This is tricky. It smells so good, but it smells like something that I want my man to smell like, you know. So we're gonna have to go to the notes. Okay, so, oh, that's what I'm smelling, honey. This has pineapple in it. I couldn't even catch the note. And it is prominent because it's like, it says pineapple, grapefruit, mandarin, and bergamot in the opening. And then that's when you get into like the second layer of suede and sandalwood and pink pepper and pepper. Then vanilla, cashmere, birch, musk, and another white musk and gray musk. So, oh, this is like a pineapple, musky, peppery. So you're getting a little fruity in the opening, but then it goes into it smells so good. I'm sorry, y'all. It goes into a spicy, like an oriental turn with those woods and that pepper. That sandalwood. I love sandalwood, y'all. Sandalwood makes things creamy and all that good jazz. But you're getting like an opening with a little bit of fruit, pineapple for the per se, and it's beautiful. As it starts to dry down, the sandalwood and the pink pepper comes through, and it makes it a little bit more like oriental. It starts off a little fruity, musky, but then it makes it into like a nice slightly creamy orientalish, and then it dries down into this like super beautiful musky kind of scent. This is super pretty. It's really beautiful. This is cream de cure. This is pretty. I like this one. I would probably more so like it on my man, but I do like the way it smells. Like, it's definitely share bottle worthy. Now in this collection, the last one is Velvet Tonka. Honey, if you love you a good nutty fragrance, like this is probably Giorgio Armani Terra de Dior. This is giving me that on steroids, because I love me some almond. Okay, this is bomb. It's called Velvet Tonka. So the Tonka's there, but you would expect it to be more Tonka. No. This is nutty boo boo. This should have been like almond Tonka or velvet almond or something. But it's a dry type of nutty, but it's still slightly sweet. But this is definitely a very nutty dream. Like, if you love a nutty fragrance, you will love this. If you're into girl of Ellie Saab, girl of now, if you're into like stuff like that, you're gonna really like this one, especially if you're there for the nutty factor. This is bomb. Okay, now we have two from the, let's see, what collection is this? We have two from the Azure Collection, and I reckon that these are more citrusy, summery, springish type of fragrances. So Citrus Rivera, we're gonna start with that one. That's beautiful. Citrus Rivera is very refreshing. It's very much so, it gets stronger as it dries. When it first opened up, you have this very fresh burst of citrus. You smell like some orange. Have a lemon, Italian mandarin. That's what's in the beginning, but you have some Italian mandarin and lemon that really kind of stands out amongst the entry notes, and then it goes into a handful of other notes that I think overall, once it starts to dry, if it could stay, one thing I don't really care too much for with this one is if it could stay how it smells when it first opens up, this will be a love. One thing I really love about my favorite citrus fragrance, or one of them, but it's at the top, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense, is, for me on my skin, it's consistent all the way through, and I really love that about that fragrance. Whereas with this Citrus Rivera, it's a little bit tricky. I've worn it once and it smells good in the beginning, it's refreshing, but then I feel like too much of the lemon or the orange kind of kicks throughout the lasting power, and those are like the main citrus notes that I smell. And yeah, then it just goes into like a really strong, just straight citrus, like you rubbed it straight from the fruit on your body and let it sit amongst a few other notes. And nah, I like it, but I don't think it's really worth the price. So the next one is Sade Argent. This is very light. I'm kind of getting like, it's super airy, and I'm getting coconut. So I'm gonna look up these notes real quick because I'm getting coconut vibes. So with this one, you have a salt, grapefruit, and bergamot in the front. Then it's followed by orange blossom, Madagascar ylang ylang, iron galbanum, and then it ends with ambroxan, iso e super, white musk, cashmere. So that makes a lot of sense because this is super airy and almost like, it might be the ambroxan. Ambroxan has a tendency to fade throughout the day where other people can smell you, but you can't really smell yourself. But yeah, I don't know why it smelled like slight coconut to me. This just smells like a very tropical type of place. Airy and tropical. That's what it smells like. But it's not bad. I would prefer this one over Citrus Rivera. Yeah, Citrus Rivera is too... Citrus Rivera starts to lean for me more like Maison Francis Kurkdjian's Gentle Fluidity Silver. It's not the exact same, and there are notes in here that stands out more, but it's still on that same vibe. Like, this also gives me Creed Adventures for her type of vibes. Not the fact that it smells the same, it just has that vibe. Like, they're all in that same vibe. So if you like any of those that I mentioned, you might like this one. But for the most part, if I had to go with either the two from the Azure collection, I would definitely go with Cell d'Argent. This one is pretty, and it's not in your face. It's really slight. It just smells like a vacation. Now, here we go. Last three exclusive collection. We have, let's start off with Ombre Sophrano. Nope. Ombre Sophrano is giving me wood jasmine vibes. I'm not sure what they using, but they smell similar. Wood jasmine is starting to smell better. You know what? Yeah, no, it wasn't wood jasmine, because I thought wood jasmine actually smelled good. That was more like a woody cinnamon type of smell. It was the oud abramad. Yeah, I wouldn't say they smell exactly the same, but I feel like Ombre Sophrano, it must have some oud in it or some type of wood that it's giving me masculine, but it's just not my vibe. It's not my type of wood or oud that I would prefer. Something in here is, and it might be oud or whatever, but it's not my style. It's giving me masculine. It's kind of giving me the oud abramad type of vibes. I'm not really there for it, and I think it could be the oud or a certain type of wood that they're using, but it's more masculine, and it just doesn't give me like femininity. Doesn't make me feel pretty or anything of that nature. I like the notes. Don't get me wrong. I like those notes. I mean, I have fragrances with some of those notes in there, but depending on what they use, it kind of makes it more feminine. And I like that girly, feminine, sexy. If it's going to be deep, it has to be with notes that you like, right? I mean, everybody got their own type of notes. And if I'm gonna pick a wood, it got to be sandalwood. Now, let's get into these last two fragrances. So from this exclusive collection, which is Tobacco Rose. So this rose is pretty beautiful. It's very, it smells like the rose with the stems, the leaves, everything blends it in. That's what this rose kind of smells like. Kind of classic. And then you have some florals right behind it. Yeah, this is giving me like flower shop. When you walk to a rose, like predominantly rose flower shop with a bunch of leaves and stems, you can smell everything. I smell everything in this. And then I do smell a little bit of the tobacco. It kind of makes it smoky. So just imagine like a rose with the leaves and the stems with a little bit of smokiness to it. That's what this is giving. It's nice. It's a little bit more mature for my taste, because it's really kind of like that classic on a rose vibe. But if you're into rose, and it's not sweet, this is a green type of rose. This is a much more green rose. It's not sweet at all. So yeah, you have a more greeny rose with a little bit of that tobacco in there. It's not bad. Just smells like a flower shop to me, but it's not too bad. And the last one we have is French Bouquet. That's pretty. Very powdery. I'm getting like a very powdery bouquet of flowers, and I think there's something in here very responsible for the powderiness. This reminds me of Michael Kors Simply Gorgeous or Super Gorgeous, the gold kind of bottle with the dent on it and the black top. This is giving me Michael Kors Super Gorgeous, and that is a beautiful, super mature and powdery type of floral. If you like powdery florals, you would really like this one because it's super powdery. Yeah, very, very powdery. So this is French Bouquet. Yeah, it's really powdery. I prefer Bouquet de Hongrie. So yes, that's all of them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I did purchase some full bottles, so I got at least 3 of them out of this one. Rouge Smoking, had to get that. Gris Charnel, because I don't have anything else like Gris Charnel. The Christian Dior, I don't know, you can't get it in the US. I guess you have to be like out there to buy it, 'cause you can't even go on the website and get it, which is the Santo Noir one. That one smells so beautiful, so bomb, but I only was able to get decants of it. So I got a bottle of the Gris Charnel because it kind of gives me those same vibes, just more feminine. And then I had Velvet Tonka because I love how nutty it is. So those are the 3 that I own. If I was to add one more, I probably would add Bouquet de Hongrie because it just smells so much like a very, very loved fragrance that I have, and I don't mind having, you know, multiples of that smell. Yeah, that's so pretty. That's like the prettiest one to me out of the whole collection. Then I would say Smoking Rouge or Rouge Smoking, then Gris Charnel, then no, Velvet Tonka, then Gris Charnel. That's like a toss up right there. I don't know who would take the spot. It depends on my mood, but I did like them. I'm still on the fence with Passe Soie because I know a lot of people talk about this one, and this is like a lot of people's. If it's not Gris Charnel or Rouge Smoking, majority of people will rave about Passe Soie, and it's not bad at all. I think it's pretty, but it's going to take me a lot of testing and smelling to get used to it, and just because it gives me Dolce & Gabbana Liemptris. I think it's Liemptris. And that fruity type of smell is not my style. It just makes me, too much of it makes me want to puke, and I think it's too fruity, and it's the certain type of fruits that they use, because I don't mind pineapple, strawberry, you know, black currant or blackberry. I don't mind those type of fruity deep smells, or if it's in there a lot with that, but I do feel like the note structures of these type of fragrances, even I want to say YSL Mon or something like that, those fruity ones, I just can't do it. But yeah, I hope you guys did like this quick review and a go through of the fragrances. If you do own any of these, leave it in the comment box. I want to know what are some of your favorites, which ones do you own. I will link the discovery kit below in the website so you guys can go shop around and try out some of these fragrances, because this is a very nice house. I feel like they are well thought and made out of the best of love, because they are all nice fragrances, but some of them are kind of replicated smells of something that's already out there, and others are very unique. So yes, if you do decide to get some, let me know what y'all get and leave it in the comment box. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.